mean, I think you always know with Adam, it's going to look gorgeous and there's going to be insanely good music. So you can sort of trust that you are in the frame you're in is great. And that's always a good feeling.
This isn't like your normal movie. I mean, like, to me, I looked at this as like, if I had to pick a subgenre of horror, I'd say it's closest to like a slasher film. But like, to me, I wanted to reinvent the slasher through this sort of military-industrial complex, secret programs, conspiracies, and just this like underbelly of like the military and things. Because I think, like, for me as a director, I think that's what excites me the most about doing these types of films is like taking all these different subgenres and sort of mashing them up into a pop art sort of kind of production. Like I would always joke that the movies, I always looked at it as A plus B movie. It's like we're taking all these B movie tropes that you love, but we're doing it in an A plus package. So it's like you're having fun with all these things, you're acknowledging them, but you're taking them very seriously, and you're putting some very serious kind of like emotional thrust to that within the film. And there's a lot of like interesting things. I think the movie is topical, and I think that when you're making a horror film, especially nowadays, you really like people are really looking for the subtext of it, and so those things are all in there. Even though at the end of the day, you can still have that song in the trailer, and it's like, hell yeah, we also know that we're gonna have a good time.
I mean, I think you always know with Adam, it's going to look gorgeous and there's going to be insanely good music. So you can sort of trust that you are in the frame you're in is great, and that's always a good feeling. So there's a sort of, you can kind of relax into that a little bit. And I think when he encourages particularly us two to kind of like lean into the slightly weirder aspects of the dynamic, or you come up with a crazy suggestion like, maybe I lick her shoe. He's like, yes. It's fun to have that kind of playful collaboration where it's just like, is this too weird?
No, I think playful is the word. I think he kind of like, he creates a situation where you feel really comfortable to play and just like be silly. And if you fall on your face and you look like an idiot, it doesn't really matter. You feel protected, and you're like, okay, I'm willing to push the boat out.
Yeah, I've never done such a like extensive transformation, I think, and there was a lot of like pre-production trial and error. We've tried some mustaches and beards, and it looked a little bit like a crazy Santa, so we nixed some of that. And then like the milky eye was a good addition, just kind of extra villainous. I think we really wanted to lean into something that had that sort of throwback, really delicious villain feel from like an 80s kind of B action movie. I hope we achieved it. It was great fun. Just getting that sort of feedback from Adam, where he's always pushing for more, and like the weirder the better. So we had a lot of fun